Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Max Payne. That's the name that came to my head. This is not Max Payne. This is Alan Wake 2. It has nothing at all to do with Max Payne, and how dare anybody say otherwise, because that's a different IP to which they have no rights. Here we go, though. We're going to jump into Alan Wake 2 right where we left off, which I think we're going to see that we are currently Saga, but having just done a lot of her story, and I think basically wrapped it up for this current area, we're going to use the janitor's bucket to switch over to Alan. Yes, we are here and ready to go. I'm going to put this flashlight away. We're in a well-lit area. So here we go. Let's switch reality.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. A dark presence had stopped me.
Oh, we're on draft 2. And yes, I'll check the,
I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it.
All right, I'm just going to scroll past these. Alice Wake. I hope we heard that. No, look, you guys. In draft 1, I didn't find all of them. Boo. And then for television... What, you guys, did we watch Alice's documentary? If it wasn't Alice's documentary, but, like, this was on her projector at home, wasn't it? That's what it was?
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist.
I'm 98% sure that we heard that because, believe it or not, the pronunciation of everything, where she sort of like drops the R a little bit, I remember having the same... Okay, just literally the same place. So let's look at Words of Power 0, although that doesn't seem to be the thing that we're... Or that.
I would write a new draft of initiation to reach Parliament Tower using another murder site. Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out, but still in danger.
Happy Monday.
Welcome. Our guest tonight is Alan Wake. This time he wanted to do something.
I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestles with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, the divine old gods of Asgard, we have created something very special. The song is called Herald of Darkness, but I like to call this next segment the story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical. We just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
Oh, no. Do I have to go in and do this song? Hold on. We'll look at that in a second.
It could not be opened on the side.
Let's go ahead and just quick save it, I feel like. Shoebox. I don't feel like we need anything out of shoebox. Well, hold on. I am actually full. Here, what we'll do, let's put away one first aid pack, because that's taking up a lot of space right now. Let's put away a couple of our batteries. Do I want to put away 2 flares? I don't have a ton of them. Well, let's put away 1 flashbang, which I've not used one yet, and I really should. And I'm going to put away 2 flares because so far I've made it through the game while using like one flare, so I feel like that'll be fine. And then I'm immediately going to quick save it again, so I don't have to do that again.
It was locked from the other side.
Wait, I'm sorry, what's going on with Casabella? Oh no. It sounds like it's been a bad day. Hold on 1 second. Hello to Czar. Also, Czar, I hope that your Monday is going well. Congratulations again on the new job. It's been a hard day, but nothing bad. Kaz, hopefully we can provide some good vibes here and hang out with Alan and presumably Alice and all of their various friends. I hope the day brightens up and maybe we can just give you a respite and, you know, attention on some more imaginative styles of stress here with Alan Wake and friends.
What the hell?
From what I've gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury.
And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say.
Drawn to stories early on.
My dreams would light up my imagination.
And you had nightmares night and day.
Yeah, but with the clicker, I chased those frights away. So true.
So here is the clue of hope to remember. Visions, they come true. Bend the lights with steel.
And the award goes to Alan Wake.
And all stories of crime and chilling thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers.
It was all too much, I had to get away.
By the way, I love the fact that everybody's dancing in chat.
But there is more to it than meets the eye.
I never meant for it to ruin my life that way.
Who'd you say you lived a jaded lie?
Dark shades could never save the day.
So sad.
But true.
I may have lost a light source at some point. I don't know what about this scenario would ever have struck me as being confusing in any way, but it is possible that I needed to like have a light source to give to this taxi. Hello to Chab, who's currently playing some Doom. So I feel like I need to go back upstairs and get that light so that I can give it to this taxi. But partially at issue is I don't know how to get back to where I came from. The spaces in Alan Wake aren't always completely logical. Oh no, I feel like I've really botched this. Well, hold on, maybe not. Maybe we go to the Getaway Club. No, see, the Getaway Club is now this way. I'm worried that I need to get that sign to light up, and that I can't do it without the light. I might be misreading the scenario. Although, maybe what we have to do is, like, follow the street signs. So, I'm gonna follow this one. And then we'll go through it this way. Okay, yep. Well, but...
same before him, and maybe they'd be happy once again. Just one shot, one more chance for him to save their marriage, away from the city, a romantic getaway.
Oh, okay. You have got to be kidding me. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't... It's the whole thing. Don't worry about it. We'll just get rid of that, and hopefully we're back.
Still he's a torchbearer, and it couldn't be much clearer. A war needs its warrior, true and right. The darkness within him held her hostage. Had he seen her drowning, would have saved her from the darkness of
I could have sworn he said to go this way. I feel like I'm going the wrong way now. I think movie poster Alan lied to me. I was supposed to go this way. Hoping to get more than one of them. Shit! Don't! Okay, so I was really hoping to get more than one dude with, like, the cloud burst, and even when they seem to be grouped up, because I've got, like, 5 flares, we can't do them all at once. Or, sorry, one at a time.
Still he's a torchbearer, and it couldn't be much clearer. A war needs its warrior.
I swear to God, the first time he gestured that way. Okay. Really tired of that guy. I need help really, really badly. And I don't have any, so... But I do have a regular gun, which I didn't realize. Oh, thank God. Hold on, wait. Okay, that's not as much medicine as I was hoping for. And we did get a bunch more flares for the flare gun, so that's pretty good. Okay, yeah. Everybody gather around. We're gonna have a great big rave party all together. Hold on. Really need a reload. Alright, come on. Don't be shy. Everybody gather around. Come on. You're gonna have to just trust that some of these boxes bring around some more flares. Okay, not a problem. Okay, everybody, come on. Good enough. So that's the last of my ammo. From here on out, Alan is just down to pistol, which we'll see how this goes. Not great, I'm sure. What the fuck? Did I get hit by something? Ah, why did I not dodge better? So, I think I need to use fewer flares on individual guys. Carolyn is saying the solos are dragging on a bit, though. Yeah, that's because I'm screwing up. I'm not making the forward progress that I need to. Okay. This time 100% better. Fuck me. Yeah, that's a better use of that. Okay, I am not pressing the dodge button. Oh! Shh, okay, so using the gun is worse. For me. Don't worry. We will make progress. Hello to Cozy Plays. Cozy Plays, there's a lot happening. Sorry if I missed saying hello earlier. Okay, I do think that, like, right there, that's a fine use of a flare. I don't know what the point is of putting 4 bullets in them if it doesn't... I hate this guy. Do I just dodge a lot earlier? I see the box. I just need to deal with this dude first. Let me go back and get that box. More Than a Mia is lurking and working, doesn't want spoilers. Well, I mean, the good news is I don't know what you would learn about the story. Let's make sure that we're fully reloaded. Yeah, we're doing good. Wait. Do I have any medicine before I go forward? Hold on. Okay, I really thought that would stop him in his tracks. And that was not a good use of that. Oh, come on! Ugh. Okay, Mia's staying just long enough to dance. I'm so sorry, you guys. I really want to go forward. It turns out my combat skills are on par with my algebra skills. What can I say? Okay, we know there's a guy up there with knives. I would like to dodge the knives, please. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Any opportunity to take out more than one dude, I think we just do it. Chad, thank you for the kind words. I'm glad the music is fun. Please don't hit me. Okay. We know a bunch of guys come. Let's just nuke them all. That's not really what I was hoping to hit. Shit. Done. Okay, hold on. I need to reload the flare gun also. Shit. I hit neither. I managed to hit neither one. Perfect. Oh! I cannot continue to die here. Dodge! Dodge! Alan. Okay. Relax. I have no medicine. I have nothing. Pills? Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I need to look around at some of these boxes. Alan, can you just like shine your flashlight into your own eyes and maybe that'll make you feel better? But light is good in this game for you. And now I'm all turned around. It's this way? No, the arrows point the way. Okay. Oh boy. Pills. Please, pills. Trauma pad? Something. Oh, we did get some help. Okay, hold on. Stop. This and just equip. I'm going to wait for it to heal up completely down there at the bottom right, and then I'm going to pop some more pills. No, I would like more pills, please. More pills. Let's be ready to pop those the very next time I even take a splinter. Why am I not reloading? How can I be this far into it and not understand reload? Yeah, like, stop and reload. Don't go forward. Just saying a checkpoint would be great. No. 2, 3, 4, out. Done. Unfortunately, I really can't criticize the speed at which Alan, like, reloads his revolver because, oh, thank God, you guys. Oh, I really needed this help. Okay. Really? Okay.
I didn't see that coming.
That is not ammo. Yeah, who had a full stage play on their bingo card for Alan Wake today?
A vision. Such a dark place, am I trapped in here? Is this real? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript, it held a key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo scenes to seek out again and again until I figure it out to bring this song to its end. You gotta figure it out to bring this song to its end.
Do you think there's anything they asked Ilka, Vili, or Matthew Peretta to do or say? They were like, no, that's too absurd. Sorry, that would make me look silly. I have a reputation to uphold. Because the way that they own this is really admirable. Yes? The musical, of course. The final chorus brings the song to its climactic end. Good? Yes, let's do that.
And I thought this place couldn't get any stranger.
Oh, that sounds like Auntie.
Champion of light,
Catchy, right?
herald of darkness, lost in the
No comment at all. Kaz was asking, didn't they perform this at the Game Awards?
Swedish brothers, Bergel.
Yes. And I remember people mentioning that it was like a spoiler, and I didn't understand that then, and I don't understand. And I don't understand it now. It doesn't seem like a spoiler so much as just a joy. So let's talk about what we learned. And I think we just keep going. I mean, when something like this happens, like truly, like if you met Sam Lake, he's a human being. He's not a meme. He's not just like the Max Payne face. He's not just the Alex Casey character. Like, he's a professional writer and director and producer. And I just cannot fathom what this human being is like. I don't know what it's like. Like, if you like, he's either the most straight-laced, normal human being you've ever met in your life, and you would never, outside of the fact that like you recognize his face, you would never ever suspect that he does like just wild dance numbers and comes up with this stuff, or he's just like Robin Williams. He's just always on, and very few people in the world are Robin Williams. So I'm just very curious where this guy comes from. Xena didn't learn anything. Too busy dancing. Sam Lake loves this so much and takes pure joy that people love it so much. That's the way that I feel. I know I said before, no, this would make us look too absurd. I really respect the fact that they are willing to take swings this wide and just fucking go for it. Just the hard cut to end of part. Well, I'm gonna throw down a save. I can't think of any reason not to overwrite this at this point, so we're just gonna overwrite this one here. And... no, see, now that I'm out of the dream sequence, I've got all my healing items back. And a flare gun. Okay, so earlier, sorry, the music got interrupted by a goddamn pop-up in... for the Epic Games Launcher. Hi, Epic, please just give us a default that shuts that off. I really don't want achievement pop-ups ever, but also not in the middle of a sequence like that. And you guys, we had actually disabled it. I didn't realize that apparently, I guess this is when we learned that Epic launched some sort of an update, because
it was all about me.
Hold on.
This performance the Dark Place was putting on. But I had no control over it. I knew how utterly lost I was.
We had straight disabled, the Epic overlay. And
the payphone was ringing again. The mystery caller was back at it. I had to find out more.
Did not realize it had been reinstituted, so we'll fix that for next time.
Alan Wake? Do you know who I am?
How the fuck could I?
Whoa! There's that famous temper. Lucky thing I'm not a paparazzi.
You keep jerking me around, refusing to tell me who you are.
You remember? Oh, fuck me. Alan, listen. Tell me, how much do you remember? Did you visit Parliament Tower? Did you find anything there?
Yeah. Alice is in danger. Scratch is reaching out to her, and there's another manuscript. Not initiation, return. I saw the title page. I don't remember writing it.
Return? Oh man, this is what we're after. The Scratch can't have it. Our survival, the survival of the fucking cosmic everything depends on this. Come to me. Ocean View Hotel. I left my room key for you. It's right there on the payphone. Remember, the Dark Place works in loops and rituals. If the waves keep pushing you away, you just need to find another way in. We go with the flow of this ocean. Catch you soon, brother.
The Ocean View Hotel. A suspicious invitation to a shady meeting. Right on the money for the hard-boiled genre the whole city was built upon.
I will also say, and obviously please don't tell me, I have no idea who this is that we're talking to on the phone. I basically have no predictions. There is one thing here that I haven't been able to find yet. I don't know if I want to give it another pass right now. It's kind of not really on the way. But it does tend to be an upgrade. Hold on, again, let me just double check. Alright, are we... Yeah, I head north and then, what is that? East on Caldera Street, if we want to go check it out. Is this Caldera? Yes. Hello to Azaric! Azaric, I hope that you're having a great Monday so far. Am I giving or taking? I'm taking. Yeah, I feel like I can bear to have some light with me. That was giving. Right. I feel like I just go forward, though. The last load of laundry is in. Also, Azric, I hope you had a great evening. The way that you described it sounded, like, just really nice. Being out on the, you know, hanging out the fire pit. Being able to relax. Okay, what do we think that we're looking for here? These circles tend to be places of power, and I think I want to go up-ish. No. And we already got this one. Yeah, it was that word of power right there. Okay, so not up here. The fire pit is awesome, says Azric. Much better than going... Much better than going to the second job was the rest of that. Hello to Guy! Guy, you are coming in... Uh-oh.
This is coming.
Okay, I don't... I feel like I just go. I don't really have the bullets to hang here. I gotta say that, like, outside of, like, I am here and I generally want to get there, this map is borderline incomprehensible to me. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this back again. And then I'm gonna try going up these stairs to the train platform. Yeah, Guy, I just made it through a huge, believe it or not, musical number with a lot of combat that I felt inadequate for. Part of it was that during the first run, I just didn't process the fact that I had a regular pistol and could use that as well. So I was really trying to make the most out of every flare gun shot. And then by the time I realized better... Okay. So, yeah, up and over, we're gonna go up the ladder, then up the stairs on the right, and then theoretically I'm close to a word of power someplace. Yeah, so here I am, and I can't go over on the side. So the options are, like, down in this alleyway or up on these stairs, and I think it's down in that alleyway. Which would actually be back down the stairs and over here. So maybe that's where I should be headed. Guy missed that. Yeah, it just happened. It will be up in the VOD afterwards if you're curious to see. Could it possibly be over here? I have to say, I didn't really check the other end of the platform, I don't feel like. No? I would say that your level of enjoyment for my progress through the sequence will depend on your tolerance for guitar solos and reload screens. If you're cool with those things, you're gonna have a great time. So, this is... as far back as I can go, because we can't go further down the station to get down there, and also I am nowhere like where I thought I was going to be. Alright, specifically on the map, I am now here, so I want to go like through a door or something, it looks like. But there is no door here. And I can't get down from here. I feel like this one evades me. Honestly. I don't know how to find my way towards what I want to get to. And also, I'm only about, like, I don't know, 40% certain of what I'm looking for. Jav saying that the dance music was very loud. It was a whole different decibel level than the rest of the game. Okay, I'm gonna go through this door, and this is gonna lead us to a different part of the map. So now we are here, which you'd think would be, oh, close to the question mark, but in fact we can just sort of like, I'm gonna throw down a quick save really quick. And we got that already. How is that not it, I wonder? Or okay, please, you want to stop it? Didn't realize they were both bad guys. Are you a bad guy? Yes. Oh, that was just me wasting a lot of battery. Okay. So I'm relatively sure I already got this one, except boy, doesn't it look like I'm aiming directly at it on the map? Sometimes these get awfully specific, but it's now been better part of a week, and I just don't remember if I've already gotten that one. I really thought that I did, though. Okay. I feel like this could also be a bug. We did encounter one previous bug that was similar to this, where like it kept showing, oh, there's a thing, there's a thing, there's a thing, and in fact it just hadn't been removed off the map. I think I'm gonna go. Guy says that I'll probably check that later. It was a very fun sequence, very catchy, great singing, great guitar work. The music was impeccable. It's just, it probably ran a little bit longer. Like, I kept expecting to look up at one of the monitors and have Sam Lake making a wrap it up motion with his hands. Come on, person playing the game. We record a lot of this music, but gotta keep a move on. Okay.
With only dream logic to lead me to the hotel, I look to the neon signs for guidance.
The Mirror Peak neon sign, which is
the Ocean View Hotel, my destination.
Y'all don't mind if I leave those shell casings right on your carpet.
A loop that delivered me back to the street. What did the mystery caller said? If the waves keep pushing you away, you just need to find another way in.
So this is not part of our story, apparently. Like, if I go forward, is that correct here, Alan? Yeah.
The story will go on forever.
All right. You may be thinking to yourself, that's a small amount of health and bullets. That's the end of the statement. You may be thinking that, and I would agree. Wait.
Spies are always watching. That's trying to catch me. I think it did more than once. It's stealing from me. Stealing my identity. It wants to be me. Replace me. Twisted version of me. Scratch. Mr. Scratch. It's slithering into the story. Once it's in the story, I have to use it to keep the story true. I got in. I have to make the story darker now. But that gives it power. That's bad. I don't want that. But I have no choice. It's an arms race. All right, now keep it together. Damn it. I'll be the first one to cross the finish line. I have to beat the devil at his own game.
The story I was building was fragile, constantly under attack. There was no time to waste. The Dark Presence was only a step behind me.
So I think we're meant to follow these neon signs towards the Mirror Peak Hotel or bar. Okay, I just don't know if I should do a health. Let's assume that I should, though. Let's Y, and I'm just going to go ahead and use a full first aid. I feel like 70% of my health is it's a good time for it. Also, Guy has believes that he found a good deal on a PC. That is excellent news, Guy. I know that you had one all picked out, and then it became less available to you. Why do I feel like I've screwed up and gone the wrong way? I feel, not for any particularly good reason, that I want to go get this light here from Caldera Street Station. Apparently, it says that I left it on. Oh no, that's inactive. That's inactive. Okay, never mind. So let's turn around. Now, I followed a sign for the, oh gosh, the neon sign, whatever it was, over here and down this alleyway. Yeah, look, Mirror Lake Bar. But it goes this way, and then I don't see a, like, left or right to it. If left leads to where we just were, we'll go right.
Casey! You're the killer, the cult leader. It's in your eyes.
No! You got the wrong man! It's Scratch! There's no time to lose!
You're going nowhere.
Dead tired. I just wanted it to be over. It was all my fault. I'd had this dark place in my head for so long. Sometimes I'd forget the pain was there. Like it was the way you were supposed to feel. I was not in a dark place. I was the dark place. The source of it all. The vessel. Me and the writer. We were the same.
This place kept pushing me under, getting into my head, poisoning me with darkness. I had to find a way to escape before it was too late. Too late again.
Oh, walking directly on him. G was asking, is that Max Payne? In every way that matters, yes. Okay, I'm concerned that I arrived here with no light. I guess I've got enough. And I did see the bar back there. I just want to look in here first. Nothing? Yes. Technically legally distinct Max Payne is the name of that character. Allegedly Alex Casey. But he's got the leather overcoat, the loose tie. It's literally just Sam Lake making a face all the time. The double down to turn, to do the quick turn. At the end of the game, I will say, gosh, what's the worst part of the game? And I may have forgotten by that point that quick turn is double down tap, which just doesn't, it's not reliable and it doesn't feel real good to do. And I also, like, I just want to acknowledge, as I tend to do, if that's the worst part of this game, it's a really fucking good game. You don't even need to use the quick turn. Who cares? It's just, from a control standpoint, it's a little confusing that that's what they went with, but I guess it worked okay in testing, so they said, rock on. I would have kept seeking a better option. This sounds like the music just before the chest burster comes out through your sternum.
Wake. Wake.
Okay, do I do this?
Wake.
Where am I? So I don't know why I would want to have that light active, like, over... Oh, because now I can walk over here. For some reason. I could always walk over here. Also, Guy is asking a question. It has a Ryzen 7900 with a 4070 inside for $1,400. I believe, and I would want to double check this, Guy, I believe I just saw Digital Foundry refer to the Ryzen 7900 as being the single greatest, like, processor for gaming right now. However, I do tend to get the numbers and stuff, like, confused with one another for, like, the AMDs and stuff, so I would double check that fact. Don't just take my word for it, but it does seem... The processor that you've outlined seems like a good fit. I did try to dodge.
The story is about.
This is my story.
Ow. Okay, so I could really use one of these. Shit. So I definitely need to get a flare like on my quick select. The single greatest CPU for gaming should probably include X3D in the name. Again, maybe I have the wrong name of it. So I would absolutely double check. Okay, time out. There's no excuse for me not having this. We're gonna put the flare right there. And the flare gun, why don't... Sure, we could do that. And in addition, let's put it in a quick slot, like maybe right there. And why not have this flare, flashbang grenade handy? We will put that double up. Okay, that's where Alex Casey fell, so I guess I'm going this way now. I'm just trying to get myself reoriented from where we had that encounter, and then I move forward. Killen is saying, never mind, they're almost identical between the 7900 and the 7900X. See, this is just... Oh, this is just back out onto the street. Trouble is the checkpoint got me a little bit discombobulated. I guess we continue on this way then. This makes a lot more sense than the other thing. And most matches my memory. But what I can speak to, Guy, a little bit is that video card. I believe that's the same video card that Mia has. I think she has a 4070, and it does great. I want to say that the 4070 is a little bit more limited in the amount of VRAM that it has. So sometimes instead of using like ultra textures, you need to notch it down a little bit just so that it's not like swapping out textures and slowing things down from there. I believe this is what I've read. But in terms of raw power, with regards to the ability of the system to do ray tracing and frame generation and, you know, play at a good resolution and be smooth, the 4070 seems to me to be a good return on investment. Again, I would turn to the experience of people that do that for a living. The NVIDIA 50 series is around the corner. A lot of people are expecting it to be completely announced before the end of the year. And then probably launched early 2020. What is next year? 2025? But what's not known about any of the 50 series is pricing, and there's a lot of supposition on it right now.
The light cut through the darkness.
You won't drown here.
Well, that's it. Oops. Shit. Yeah, Guy says, I don't mind going to high and not ultra. Nor should you. A lot of ultra textures, so-called ultra textures, take up a lot of memory, are really only for, like, 4K resolutions, and otherwise you can't really perceive any difference. And they take up a massive amount more VRAM. It's more about just, like, knowing that. As long as you, like, oh, like, I don't have, like, the texture memory for... you know, to do this one on ultra, so I'm gonna, you know, drop it down to high or whatever. It's fine, you know, and then you'll have a very good experience with the 4070. Again, I might double check with Mia, as that's the one I think that's the video card that she has in her current stream. Shit. Okay, did I leave any ammo in my shoebox? No. Really feeling a little thin on ammo. We will quick save. Also, Kara Luna is ultraing a lot of stuff, ultraing a lot of stuff on his setup, which should be able to ultra a lot more, at least on 1080p. Yeah, and at 1080p, like, again, the difference between high and ultra high, you know, very high and ultra textures is really minimal. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, do I have a sense of where I'm going at all? Well, hold on. I seem to have skipped a container. Kara Luna plays on at 1200p, which I think that was that. So your monitors then, Kara Luna, they herald back to, like, will PCs go 16:9 or 16:10? And I feel like over time, 16:9 has been the more popular aspect ratio, but it's really just because that's where movies went. I feel like that's why it sort of started to win out in the realm of computers as well.
I could see the Ocean View Hotel.
Can you?
I was getting close.
Is it that? Mirror Peak? I was getting close. Alan congratulated himself on something. So, Alan, why did we come out here? Aside from giving you a view of where you think the thing is. I can't get down from here. Okay.
The lights affected where the door led to.
Okay, isn't this exactly the way that I got down there, though? Where the door led to? I feel like we've accomplished nothing by doing that. I give a light here. I go in the door. Oh, well, see, this is new. Fastman have throw knife. I don't want to get near Fastman. Or more specifically, I don't want to, like, not be paying attention when he starts zipping around and whipping knives at me. Try a new Ocean View cocktail. I would love to. It sounds like a lovely place. Yeah, I mentioned on the way in to like Xena and Maxine that... So we did see one code 665 again, but that's 3 digits. That looks like a 4-digit code. Hey, do you think there's any like little Easter eggs if you spell out Alan or Wake? Oh no, I don't know what the buttons would be. Hold on. It's just because it's a 4-digit code. I actually need to look at a numpad. Keypad. Oh, see, yep. Wait, this is... I don't know if this is accurate or not. A-L-A-N. No. I feel like the letter should be on 1, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so let's try for W-A-K-E. No, all right. It was worth a shot. At least according to my phone, that's what those two numbers could spell out. Also, Guy is voting for 11111, 1111, sorry, 1112, 1113, and so on until we crack it through. Can you imagine? Hey everybody, welcome to day 5 of trying to crack this code. Yeah, I could just Google search it at any moment and just get it, but no, I prefer to do things legitimately. 22345, 22346, and actually that's too many numbers, but you take the point. I don't know. This is... oh, we've got N Echo over here. Well, there's the dark dot. Do we have any idea where the light dot is? Oh, here we go.
You dream of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind. Getting in a car and driving till you see the sunrise, somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, fixing it up, building a life. Finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
Cool. All right, so still don't know where to go. And now I've missed 2 containers, which you guys, if they have even 1 bullet in them, I cannot afford to leave them behind. All right, so I'm gonna go over here. It does look like in order to get back to the container that I lost, I need to get through this wall. I genuinely don't know. Maxine is giving heart. If we did want to brute force it, Maxine is confirming that it would only take... it could be done in less than 14 hours. I feel like we're describing a competition on Big Brother. That's the sort of punishment they would give. Set somebody up with like a 4-digit code of any combination of 9 numbers and say, well, if you can finish this in 3 days... Do I have any hints? No. No, just figure it out. Okay, so we did find that one container. And... there's another echo over there. I don't know how I would get to it, so for now... Oh dear, I thought that that was the one... I thought that doing that would open up the stairs from this landing. Okay, what the hell have I done? I absolutely cannot tell what... I know he said at one point that the lights change where the door goes, but I doubt it. I don't really see that playing out. I feel like I'm still moving up and down the same staircase or whatever. I don't know. Oh boy. I may have gotten really turned around. If I go right back right now, is the door still open? No. The ghost butler comes along and clears it. Or closes it. No, so... at one point I came down here, and you guys remember there was like a staircase down from this landing. I don't know how to recreate that. Unfortunately, it seems to be part of the puzzle that I didn't actually solve and just sort of like guessed my way through. And from this roof, I may be even more... Oh, no, there is a ladder here. I'm sure. Why not? And did I... No, I already have a light from that area. Is this a thing of any importance? No. You saying, watch the code end up, 9669. Yeah, Maxine says that would suck unless you started at 9,999 and work backwards for your key code. 9999. Nope, 9998. Okay, well, this is close to that container that I wanted to find. Here it is. Have bullets. That was actually bullets. So, assuming that you get this, new computer. You know, that this is the one that you wind up picking up. You know, you do the research and feel like, okay, this is the one that I definitely want to go with. What do you think is going to be the first game that you play? Like, what are you looking forward to playing on a brand new rig? I don't know. That's where the echo is. What is my current goal? Meet the mysterious caller at the Ocean View Hotel.
Wait, wait.
Brother, I would love to.
These are mongrels. Have your story.
I knew there were two of them. I didn't... And I knew I'd only gotten one with the flashbang grenade because I felt like that was a real waste, and then just didn't realize that the other one was that close. Well, I have no idea where this is. Okay, so I am back here. There is a container here. Solves my immediate ammo problem. We're not up to the 30 bullets that I had, but... Oh, and Guy says that they're gonna give a copy of Star Wars Outlaws with his video card. Yeah, they're still running that promotion, that's right. Through,
It was locked from the other side.
So, it looks like we would get there by going up and around, but, like... I kind of doubt it. That's the only entrance or exit from this room. We can't go that way. But it's a good picky because from what I've seen, Star Wars Outlaws has some pretty high system requirements. I wasted a battery because I panicked, and now I don't see him. Plus, I heard that, like, with the patches and stuff, they've really fixed a lot of that early game stealth stuff. So, the next thing that I say... Well, there's the echo, but we'd have to be on the other side. Like, we can see the white dot there and the dark dot there. Trouble is, dark dot has to be... Oh, maybe we can do it. I take it back. I'm glad I came up here.
This city will suck you dry if you stay here for too long. You'll end up a lost soul, haunting the streets and alleys. A faded-out shadow, glimpsed by some other poor bastard on his way toward the same fate. Your broken dreams become a broken mirror, and the twisted reflection staring back at you with all the pent-up anger, regret, guilt, and shame was the monster you could never get away from.
Okay, echo done. If I can make it back to that save room, I might throw down a quick save just to be sure that we get that locked in. I don't feel like I'm doing the light adjustments properly. They change reality, they change where doors lead, they change which doors are open or which ones have, like, shopping carts piled in front of them. But in terms of, like, oh, now I know how to do this next part. Yeah, hold on. I just want to go back to the save room real quick. Oh, what I was going to say is that Star Wars Outlaws has some pretty high system requirements from what I've seen, and I know that Patikin has really enjoyed it. Also, Mike Futter, who used to be a like the news editor over at Game Informer, and then he left and he does other stuff. He works on other sites, does his own podcasts and stuff now. But he recently started playing Outlaws, and he put up something on Blue Sky that he was absolutely loving it. Like, okay. Just very much having a good time. Okay, so this way does not have the landing that leads down. Understood. Also, is it possible if that's what we were looking for the whole time? Words of Lamp. Restores 50 health for each second when using the flashlight boost on hostile shadows. That's a good one. 50%, so this would rise to 75% chance of regaining a flashlight charge on killing an enemy. Well, given my newfound ability to waste those charges, that feels pretty good. Then again, I don't know if these were active during the musical number, but I do think that it would be helpful. Yes, yeah, let's just do this. Okay, Words of Lamp, done. That was not, however, the thing that I was looking for before. Okay, so if I put the light here, or I take the light out of here, that's what that's doing. But that doesn't change this staircase. So now we turn, we go upstairs. Now, we know where this leads, so now let's change it. Now the door is partially open. We go down through this red hallway. So we're going to, like, a different place.
The lights affected where the door led to.
I swear to God, I tried that before.
I could see the Ocean View Hotel. I was getting close.
Okay. I'm going to try to just go forward towards the Ocean View Hotel. The last time I left here, I got very confused. Alright, there's a nice shotgun in there. Oh, and we might be able to do something with it here. Yeah, bar's open, it's daylight out.
Young woman on a mission to save a missing loved one. Desperately trying to stay one step ahead of the shadowy government agents hunting her. Agents from the very same agency that took the only person she cares about. On her quest, she is guided by her mysterious alien guardian angel. Her guiding star shows her the way, as it always has. She does not know what strangeness awaits her as she follows its unwavering light to the small town of Night Springs. Tonight's dreamlike episode, North Star.
This is gonna get strange. There's no helping it. The universe is much deeper and weirder than people know. My brother and I know. We've seen it. We've seen you. But there are some people, an agency, that doesn't want anyone knowing more than what they see. That's why they took my brother, and have been chasing me my whole life. But I can't keep running.
All right, A, hello to Solid Chrome Hickey, and B, you guys, it's Jesse Faden. I was saying earlier in the game that I would be amazed if we got, like, a Jesse Faden cameo, like, maybe at the very end. It did not occur to me that they would possibly have a segment where she would be a playable character. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Jesse Faden is from Control, and I don't think that we're going to get any of those mechanics in here, because that would be... oh, shit. That would be too much to ask for. But I'm still excited to see Courtney Hope. I really like her in all of her Remedy-verse appearances.
You think something here's important? What, the numbers?
Right. Oh, so it seems to be highlighting 238 specifically. I'll try 238.
I've never been able to track down the government agency that took my brother. Until now. You helped me find this place. Now you'll help me get him back. Right. Hello? Is anybody here? What the fuck are those?
I would hate to miss the opportunity to have a weapon.
A roasting bar. This place really makes me want a coffee. But I guess that's the point.
Yeah, for Solid Chrome Hickey, we just kicked off another episode of Night Springs. So you've missed nothing of this aspect of the story. You did miss a big musical number. So for anybody that came in partway through, I recommend the start of the episode, not necessarily for the skill of gameplay.
A tasting room?
Not only does this not answer any questions, it doesn't pose any questions. I don't know what I'm supposed to think about this. Okay, yeah, a tasting room with the swirl there in the center. Look for your brother. Okay. Oh, see, we've got an indicator over there. See it sort of shining through the dark? You mean the pure skill? Well, the musicians were very talented. The dancers... Well, it depends on which ones you're talking about. I'm sure there were professional dancers on that stage, and also Sam Lake, which is fine. You don't have to be great at everything. He did a better job than I would have. In terms of the gunplay, I feel like I would benefit from having a do-over on all that. But fortunately, I had several do-overs. Okay. Lots of ammo, right? I'm happy for that. Well, as we're going, speaking of Control, during Mia's finale of the main story in Alan Wake, people were sort of sharing the fact, really, that Control and its DLC are very firmly situated between Alan Wake 1 and 2, and that to try to move past in the story would... I don't know that it's, critically important, but man, does it feel like you'd really be missing out on something to not have a thorough understanding of Control going into this.
You think there's something there?
Ma'am, here, get inside the light. Oh, they don't like the light. You shouldn't be here. How did you even get inside?
Shit, a cop. Should I lie? I kind of let myself in.
Got more than you bargained for, huh?
What's going on here? What are those shadow people?
Well, that's what I'm here trying to figure out. The government's been putting something in the coffee. Turning people into coffee monsters.
The government? Is this the same government agency that's been chasing me all these years? Something in the coffee is doing this? Really?
Took me a while to wrap my head around it, too. At first, I thought... Well, I don't know what I thought. But now it's clear. This is deep state science.
I'm looking for someone. My brother. Have you seen anybody?
Well, only if you count those monsters. I'm sorry, ma'am. They've been abducting people from Night Springs, too. I'm here to get them back home. But now it's time you left. It's not safe here.
I'm not going anywhere until I find my brother.
I respect that. There's a warehouse just past the park. It's locked up tight, has some fancy government security system, but the intercom is busted. I figure that's where they're keeping our missing folks. There's a spare pistol and flashlight on the bench. I'd feel better if you took them. Those monsters don't do well with light. And whatever you do not drink the coffee.
Sean Ashmore's a hell of a cop.
This should make things easier.
Look, lady, I'm sorry to hear about your brother, but if you want to take my gun, go ahead. Have you seen me? It's Jacob Flemson. Wait, Jacob Flemson. Oh, no. What was his name in Control? Last name Faden. First name... Was it still Jesse? Anyway, like there was a whole thing in Control about Jesse and then somebody who... I'm just repeating, everybody. We're allowed to talk about Control because it falls into this game lineage. There's a whole thing where, like, Jesse, like, met somebody who I felt was very clearly male Jesse from an alternate reality. Like, Jesse born male. But then that was not ever addressed in the story. Like, there's all of this, like, hint leading up to it, but then it's not actually resolved in the story that I ever found. But the name was not Jacob. It might have just been Jesse. It might have been something else. On 18 September, the reporting party advised that her partner, Jacob Flemson, was last seen leaving for Night Springs National Park at approximately 11:30 a.m. Flemson was wearing a dark shirt with a rock band logo. I bet you it was Old Gods of Asgard. Flannel overshirt, navy jeans. If found, please contact the Night Springs Sheriff's Department. And then up here, we've got, please be aware that there will be some changes due to new management. Starting immediately, Coffee World will only open at night. This will allow us to draw in new customers. All staff should be pushing our brand new Dark as the Void blend. On that note, tomorrow we have a special tasting party for staff. Oh, that's the room that we found. Attendance is mandatory. Please bring your friends. Okay, so does my brother have some advice on where to go next? Not so far. All right, so he sort of seemed to indicate in this direction, I thought.
Let's check out that warehouse the sheriff mentioned. You still with me?
Oh, here we go.
Good to hear.
Yeah, Jesse found a whole bunch of... Wait, do we know that her name is Jesse in this reality? Also, no, that won't do. Hold on. I need my gun on right. There we go. But anyway, Mia has announced that she will be playing Control, which...
Stuff? Smells like coffee.
I happen to think is a good call. Okay. God damn, Jesse. That's a good feeling pistol. Yeah, as Guy said, the game has really stocked us up on ammo, and I can see why. Yes. Oh, and before I forget, let's please put a healing item on up. Quick slot. Oh, we're already there. That first guy that like charged out and hit Jesse, I swear I didn't see him at all. Like, not only did I not see him move, I could see shadow people there, but I was not prepared to have him close distance that fast. All right, are we feeling pretty good? Ready to go?
This must be the warehouse. How do I get inside?
Well, step one, search everything that is not the warehouse. We have to find all of this stuff. Trauma pads and batteries and 9mm ammo. And it's like, you pick it up, it's like 15 bullets. I feel like the main game gives you like 8. Alright, let's look at this. Maybe Big Bro will have an option for us.
This is a restricted area.
Hi, I need to get inside.
Please insert passkey.
Sorry, I lost it.
Please insert passkey.
Fucking machine.
Passkey invalid. Do you submit to security questions for authorization?
Sure. What's the question?
Please recite the 4th word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
What kind of question is that?
That is incorrect.
Just let me inside the fucking building.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, no, none of those options were going to be correct. So we have to go find the training video, orientation video. Maybe it's in the porta potty.
Orientation video.
You guys, do you think I should drink the milkshake or whatever that is inside of the porta potty? It's probably like a hygiene receptacle of some kind. Okay, where would we go for that? Oh, I didn't read this. No idea. And I'm not going to sit here for the next 15 minutes drawing like little white and black triangles so that we can decode it later. Oh, it's a protein drink. Hello to Repenix. So I've got to find the code, investigate the Welcome Center, find the orientation video. Okay, the Welcome Center. Do I have a map? I feel like that would really help me. Make the world coffee at the coffee warehouse. But the coffee warehouse is not the Welcome Center, is it? You would think that the Welcome Center would be back where the coffee tasting scenario was happening. Tasting room. Welcome Center. Yeah, here we go. We'll follow the signs. It'll be just like Control. Well, for starters, Welcome Center is still this way. I don't mind and even enjoy games where you have to look in the world to find the signage. I remember realizing that that's how Control really expected you to get around. Like, they gave you that map, but it was the other side of useless. And instead, what you were supposed to do is sort of generally see how the different zones would connect to one another, and otherwise follow, like, the office signs, which weren't perfect, but neither were they meant to be.
Shit. The videotape is missing. I bet the mission statement is on there. Gotta find it.
Mission statement.
Okay. Let's see if that orientation video is around here. Mind giving me a hand?
Courtney Hope did like it was like a walk around video, I think, of Remedy, for like PlayStation, and she speaks nothing like Jesse Faden. Like, just based on the voice alone, I would never, ever... It's not like she, like, talks with, like, a different accent or something like that. It's just her everything of way of speaking is completely different. X, do we want to reload? Or are we not? You guys, I'm pressing so much X. X. What? I don't know. Hold on a second. Equip? X. I feel like her gun loads more than 6 bullets because she fires it like a goddamn howitzer. But I don't know, we're stuck at 6 bullets for now. My brother was gonna show me the way. Oh, yeah, see, we're going the wrong way. I have every confidence that we will be back down this pathway. So for now, let's follow what Big Bro has to say. Carol Luna saying that you should boil drinking water here now? Is that in, like, where you live?
Hey. Well, I'm glad to see you're okay.
The security system wants some kind of password to get into the warehouse.
So you got it working. I wonder why it wouldn't turn on for me. What did it ask for, exactly?
It asked for the 4th word of the Dark Triangle Coffee mission statement. Any idea what that is?
Of course, it wants you to watch the video. The info you're after is on a videotape, but it is chock full of government brainwashing. I watched a bit of it. It was doing something to me. It's dangerous. You can't watch that tape.
I need that videotape, Sheriff.
Well, this is exactly how they get you. But fine. If you really want it, I hid it in the Ferris wheel, cup number 4. You'll need this key. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Thanks for handing that to me. I have no idea if Shawn Ashmore and Courtney Hope got to, like, do lines off of each other, but I'm pretty sure... I'd have to go back and, like, see Quantum Break, but I'm pretty sure the two of them worked together in Quantum Break. They certainly worked near each other in Quantum Break. So I need to go to the... Well, I think I found the Ferris wheel. I have a hunch it's over this way. Before we go in here, like, let's search this hutch or whatever. Oh yeah, here it is.
Probably shouldn't drink any strange coffee. Sheriff said not to drink this stuff. Better not. Probably shouldn't drink any strange
Okay, I wanted to see how many variations of, that would be a bad idea. I can't let you do that. John, Edward, Sam. Who was Hal addressing in 2001? Yeah, also, I was thinking the same thing. Fuck off.
One more.
Yeah, see, now I can reload all day long, but what I need... Hold on, do I have any better healing? Yeah, Trauma Pad. Equip. See, the thing about Trauma Pad is that it takes... I feel like it takes a lot longer. So I don't like to use them in combat so much. If you are collecting these for your own playthrough for some reason, there you go. That's what that says. And the thing is, I guarantee you that means something. I guarantee you, like, that's some language, like those are letters. They mean something. It gives an express release date for Control 2 or something. It explains everything you need to know about Mr. Scratch. Hello to Marquack! Marquack, I hope that you've had, and this goes to everybody, by the way, but I keep forgetting to say it, a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving up in Canada. Up being relative from where we are currently. And I hope you had a great, great holiday. Dave! I can't let you do that, Dave. That's what Mark Rock was saying, that he was talking to Dave Bowman. Oh, also, Mark Quack, I don't know if you've seen Caddo Lake, but I had a different experience with it than Tom Chick. He did not seem to care for it. That's fine. Not every, movie is for every person. I liked it quite a lot, actually. I'm not going to say that anybody should go and, like, get HBO for it or anything. But Tom seemed to be thoroughly unimpressed, and I enjoyed it quite a lot.
So, you up for a movie?
Okay, let's go get ready to watch the video. Marquack says, final day of my vacation is today as well, so back to work tomorrow. Marquack, hopefully we can give you some good vibes between here and the end of vacation. I really hope you had a great time. You went and you visited, we visited a bunch of people. I'm trying to remember if Tom was among them. But I hope you had a great trip. I hope that you were able to get done the stuff that you wanted to get done around the house. And otherwise enjoyed your vacation. Okay, so I need to follow the arrows back to Welcome Center. Cosmin just came to say hello before work. Back to work as well. Oh boy, Cosmin. I hope that you get some good rest. Thank you very much for stopping by and for any lurks. And I hope that you have a great rest of your evening and that work goes well tomorrow. I also will be back to work tomorrow. Orientation video.
Dark Triangle Coffee is a fast-growing company with ambitions to sweep the nation and eventually the globe with our out-of-this-world beverages. Drawn by our coffee's distinctive flavor and our unique beans, people are rushing to join the Dark Triangle movement. The company's mission statement is simple. To drink the truth
There.
is to become
That's what we need.
one.
The password
Our
is
financial and
truth.
spiritual growth
Now
has
we
been
can.
slowing
Shut up.
at speeds previously
Hey,
unknown
what
to
is-
humanity.
Something is.
Soon everyone will own
Something is. Oh, it's in my head. Please, you need to. Please. No, please, Lloyd. You stopped it. That was awful. Like a voice screaming in my head. But we got what we needed. The fourth word of the mission statement. Truth. Let's get back to that warehouse. That video was doing something to me. If you hadn't been there, what would have happened? What is this agency trying to do here? Control people? But why? What's their plan? What if my brother has already been... No. I didn't come all this way to lose him now.
So the trouble is, I don't know where the warehouse is in relation to the Welcome Center. Marquack is saying This doesn't feel right. Mark Wack is saying that he got to hang out with Tom Chick for 5 days, spent an afternoon with him, Kelly Wand, and another podcast fan going to see the new Joker movie. Oh, that must have been an adventure. And then going to a restaurant afterwards. Really enjoyed himself. The temperature hit 34 every day, so it was very, very warm. Carol Luna's going to go get himself some dark triangle coffee. I really wanted to hear the whole thing. I wanted to learn all about Dark Triangle. Hold on, I can't quite talk and, like, do this at the same time. All right. I haven't gotten one of those wrong yet. We will all enjoy together what the consequences of that will be. I'll probably lose access to whatever's inside. I'd be a little surprised if we're just allowed to try it again. All right, the paddle boats are just adrift on the lake. He's saying it's odd. I want to get some coffee now. So, Mark Wack, what would, like, probably to avoid spoilers for anybody here that's going to see it, like, I intend to see it at some point, although I'm not sure that I would consider it a highly spoilerable movie. Was there any sort of group consensus on the second Joker movie? Which I'm not calling by its name only because I don't know that I've heard it said aloud, and I will ruin the French. It won't be correct. I talked a little bit about the second Joker movie, gosh, months ago at this point. The tasting room is this way. I just don't remember where the warehouse is. This goes to where the Ferris wheel is. Okay, this will give us a hint. So, the percolator, the entrance, roasting bar, espresso, coffee warehouse. So, coffee warehouse is near the tasting room. We should be able to find our way. Or the roasting bar actually is really close. So, Welcome Center. Tasting room. Well, I mean, the tasting room is still close, right? All right, so here's the tasting room. So if we go over this way, maybe? No. The group's consensus was thumbs down. I have not heard a kind word about it. Which, my take on it may not always be. So I think that we're at the tasting room. So I should head south, which goes past the slow roaster, which is a ride, towards the roasting bar. Let's see if we can find a way to the roasting bar. Tasting room. Roasting bar. Okay, so now we're close. And that means that the coffee warehouse is down this way. Pirate Percy's, I hope that your day is going well. This is the exit. Damn it. Okay. But roasting bar is close. Could really do with a map. Hey, Sheriff. So the sheriff had pointed me towards the thing the first time. Oh, well, we'll grab this real quick. Oh dear. Can we restart? Okay, now we know what happens when you fail. You just get to try again. Okay, everybody take note of that with the diamonds and the arrows and the light and dark. No, Mark Wack, without spoilers, have you seen Caddo Lake yet? Because I thought it was... So, I should probably note that, like, I was able to see it, just like watch it. It cost $0 when we saw it. So if I'd paid, like, I don't know, a rental fee for it, it's possible that my opinion on it would be skewed a little bit. I don't know where the stupid warehouse is. We're very close to it, but what I need is like an arrow that points the way. Okay, so I'm at the the roasting bar is right there. It looks like roasting bar is like within like vision distance of it. And the Espresso Express, that's the other thing that we can look for. Which way is the Espresso Express from here? I don't know what name the... Oh, is this it? Hold on. No, this is the Welcome Center. Fuck. Okay, so let's orient ourselves. We're at the Welcome Center. Literally on the opposite side of the whole thing. So we're just going to go this way for a while. I think that's the coffee warehouse right there. Okay, everybody remember truth. Mark Rock has not seen it yet. Yeah, I'm not going to recommend like rush out and see it because again, it seems to have been a divisive release.
Please recite the fourth word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
Truth.
That is correct. Further verification required. Please recite the optimal roasting temperature for Dark Triangle Coffee beans in Fahrenheit.
I'm not a fucking barista.
That is incorrect.
Okay. The roasting bar. I would like to say that after this I will know my way
I
around.
I can find the temperature I need at that roasting bar.
Coffee World?
Optimal roasting temperature. You don't... I don't think so.
But I will not. Like, you guys, this is it.
Coffee shops to recognize a roasting machine. Let's check this out.
Angles of triangle. Oh no. Prime numbers question mark crossed off 1 2 1 2 4 3. Oh god. What have I signed up for?
Okay, so the temperature is higher than whatever this is.
More than the sum of its parts. Uncover the mysterious and ineffable essence behind every cup of Dark Triangle's unique roast. Join us, join the percolation. Well, if the arrows, if the angles are 60 degrees, then it's got to be more greater than the sum of the angles. And you can see that triangle is like written in red. So it's more than 180 degrees. Hold on, I should probably write this down. There we go. Okay, so it's more than 180. More than 180.
This is like being back in school.
The first digit of our optimal roasting temperature is half of the second. Oh, Christ. I don't really know what to write down here. First number is equals 1/2 of the second number. And the third digit, third number, equals -1 of second digit. Hopefully that's correct. One less than the one before. That's sort of like some tricky language, but we're just going to go with that being correct. And then this is just more marketing stuff.
So the temperature is less than 500.
500 is also the number of light years between Earth and planet X-13. It's an interesting note. Also, Jab watched the Deadpool and Wolverine yesterday movie. Says it was worth a watch, but would not buy it. Mark Black says the other movie that I watched when hanging out with Tom was Mother. Oh, sorry, Mother Couch. I quite enjoyed it. It hasn't gotten very good ratings yet. I don't feel like I've heard of Mother, Couch. I think I've heard of a movie called Mother, but not Mother Couch. So less than 500. And maybe that little detail about is also the number. Look at number of light years. Number is also in red. I don't know what to do with that information, though. Number of light years. I don't know what that means. So, do we have anything else here? So it's a 3-digit code between 180 and 500. And we know that it's not 121 or 243. Well, then we should be able to brute force this by just going up one... No, you can't. Because, wait, yes, you can. No, so you can only... So here's the rule. The middle number has to be an even number, because the first number always has to be half of it. So we can't go to 5. The next number would be 6. Yeah, hold on. So our next option would be 6 in the middle, and then 3 would be the first number. Yeah. So these are just examples to make sure that you understand the premise of it. And then, so it could be 365. It could be 8 in the middle, 4. It could be 487. Oh, and those are the only options, because anything else would be over 500. And it can't be below 180. Right? It's got to be 365 or 487. Let's go look. And I'm going to start at 487.
I think that worked.
Yeah.
487.
Okay, I'm just going to put a circle
Who knew
around
geometry would actually come in handy?
That had no geometry involved. sorry, Jesse. If that had been a geometry question, we'd still be here. We'd still be here 2 hours from now. I figured I started with 487 because, like, it wasn't going to be 365, I figured, because then it would be the first thing that you tried. So we skipped to the second thing.
Please recite the optimal roasting temperature for dark triangle coffee beans in Fahrenheit.
487.
That is correct. Further verification required.
Oh, come on!
Try the coffee.
I tried the coffee.
You are not coffee. Try the coffee.
Worth a shot. Try the coffee. That's gonna be a problem.
Nah.
But I can't stop now. You'll keep me safe. Right?
Guy wants to try the coffee too. Also, Mark Wack is saying that I probably wouldn't have heard of Mother Couch. In all likelihood, it came out last year, and while it has a fairly well-known cast, a very well-known lead actor, it's from a first-time director and based off a Swedish novel. I think it's a box office take was a little over 50,000. I really didn't think he was dead. Tasting room is this way. Some of the best movies that I've seen were not commercial successes. Like Mark Wack, you and I have talked about Safety Not Guaranteed. But I really liked that movie, and I know that you said that Tom didn't like it.
Yeah, this looks completely normal. Here goes nothing.
I'm not even
you.
kidding. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Huh. That wasn't so... Shit. There's definitely something wrong with this coffee. I knew I could count on you. That fucking door better open.
Am I supposed to go down here? Yeah, Pirate Percy's, the line indeed was, "You are not coffee." Hey man, what's up?
Are you all right, Sheriff? I heard gunshots.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I was looking for you when one of those things jumped me. Got a little bit of coffee in my mouth, but I spit it out. Should be fine. But listen, I figured something out.
What did you figure out? Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. Those government bastards will never get me. But it's not just the government. There's something else here. I don't know what it is, but it's... You need to get your brother and get out of here as soon as you can. Promise me.
Yeah. I promise, Sheriff.
Good. That's good. I'm just gonna catch my breath here a minute.
Boy, if Sheriff Breaker weren't already, like, whisked away to the dark place, I would feel real bad for him. But this is an episode of Night Springs, not reality. Yeah, like, that's the other thing. I keep calling this person Jesse Faden because of who she obviously is, but this is non-canon. Like part of me is like, is this the backstory of what Jesse was doing before she went to the oldest house? And like, no, this is just fiction. This is non-canon. Unless it's not.
Try the coffee.
I tried the coffee.
You are coffee. More than your weapons.
Really don't want to.
You may enter. Welcome. Coffee.
You ready? Glad one of us is.
The percolation.
What the fuck are those things?
Oh, I can't go anywhere over here. Hold on. Yeah, see, there's a dude over there. I don't like this. Ah! Oh, man. Okay.
You may enter. Welcome. Coffee.
Here we go. You ready? Glad one of us is.
And not coffee.
What the fuck are those things?
So we're going to learn if these things follow a predictable. Control pattern was the end of that. The mug is safe as they desire. The door to him is locked. The key is on the former desk. Hidden behind the coffee bags, I completed my purpose. Something to join me in the percolation. Well, the former desk, it does look like there's a desk over there. Like, there's a desk right here. I have to say, I'm having a lot of difficulty seeing through the smear. My final task, my desk near the entrance is a fond farewell to my own life. Then knock the inner door, blessing, old life. No, leave me alone. No! Old life! Here's the thing. I bet you we have to go get the clues. I don't think that we can just skip directly to the old desk or whatever. Also, maybe you can use your flashlight in here. Like, I've been turning it off because that sort of makes sense to me in terms of, like, don't get spotted.
You are a rogue bean.
What the fuck are those things?
Yeah, I should. Yeah, the flashlight definitely clears up the smeary blackness. And I'm not sure that the enemies respond to it. Okay, coffee speaks through him. The desks, the bag next to my desks. I'm gonna hope that this guy doesn't turn around. Hide the key, my final task. Perhaps on my desk near the entrance.
Locked.
Fuck.
To keep people out or in.
Okay. I'm gonna follow this guy around, or maybe I won't, because he's actually coming this way. What I don't know is where's the former desk or whatever. And I don't think you can see me here at all. Like, it was established early in the game that enemies can't see you when you're standing in the light. Which was why I was trying to get back there when I got spotted last time.
Finally. Let's get back to that door.
No, see, I don't know where they are, and I don't want to lose this again.
Has been found. A new blend is upon us.
Go inside.
Rogue bean.
Okay. I've done their bidding, packaged their coffee, and brought the people to Coffee World to share in their blessing. They say I am almost ready.
Here. I brought you a coffee. Take it. Don't be rude.
Sheriff? Sheriff, how'd you get in here?
Coffee time is family time. It's the best part of the day.
Hey, snap out of it!
Coffee solves all your problems. It lowers heart disease and leads to higher life expectancy.
Fuck. I'm so sorry, Sheriff. This is a nightmare. I need to find my brother. He has to be okay. What the hell? Have you ever seen anything like this? This isn't the government.
Hello, sister. I would like to tell you about a dream I had.
A conspiracy within a conspiracy. How can one expose a lie when the truth exists beyond our wildest imagination? Who can ever truly know how deep the rabbit hole goes in Night Springs?
I love that his outro is like just complete nonsense, totally disconnected from the story that we just watched. Oh, we may have to skip the song. Mostly I really want to have Control 2. Like, don't take that as a measurement of how much I'm enjoying this game, because I'm having a good time with this as well, but holy shit, I really want to play Control 2. Oh boy, do we let this run? Is this safe to play, do you guys know? Okay, I do think we'll go on. It's very catchy. If they were playing credits, I think we would sit and listen to the whole thing.
The bar menu caught my eye.
Did it? Did it, Alan? Shotgun is $19. I'd buy a shotgun for $19. Can we interact with a cash register, maybe? No.
I could use that shotgun.
Tell me I'm full. No, hold on, we can move this over. That's better. Oh, and then we have to put the light back, maybe. Inventory full. You guys, we can come up with a solution for this. So, what do we like? I could use a first aid kit. That will actually fill me up beyond full, though, so it seems a bit wasteful. I could use one trauma pad. Blah. I don't want to leave any of this behind. Not a single thing. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're still going to use a trauma pad, but not with that button. Let's go to this and quick slot, and I guess we'll put it over here. And then I'm going to use one, even though it won't free up an inventory slot. Okay, I'm just going to have to try to remember that. What do we have here? A flare and a what? Oh, this... No, there we go. Flare and... Is that shotgun ammo? Am I leaving behind shotgun ammo? Handgun ammo. This is insanity. But I don't have any other options. I don't want to waste what I've got. Okay, do I have a map of this place, or are we still... No, yeah. Well, I don't know what that flashlight looking thing is there. Oh, that's shotgun shells. Yeah, no, this is stupid as shit that I'm walking away from this. There is an echo in the next room. Let's hope that I have an occasion to shoot somebody with my gun a couple times. That'll solve the ammo situation real quick. Yeah, here we go.
Secret party! Oh!
Cult of the words. Can't stop.
Yeah, I should have ammo or space for ammo now. Could probably use some pills. Here it is. So the shotgun ammo is really what I want. Let's make sure that we have this quick slotted. Okay, that's what I've got. And then that flare doesn't fit, so no flare for me. Mark Rock was asking if I'm still coffee. No, I'm Alan. We wrapped it up. I would classify... Well, I'll pause in case you want to watch it, but I'll say that I recognize where we wound up at the end, which I didn't actually call out in the moment, but it's another... As if literally having Jesse Faden available wasn't enough of a reference. It was another direct reference to Control. I am enthusiastic and highly approve of their commitment to making it clear that they're going to do some more Control. Hit with anything then.
Call to the word!
Okay, what are you telling me that I can do? Oh, really? From way the hell over here? Wow. Usually the distance on that, but no, Oh, no, I do want the light. Yeah, I don't need to go back in there right now. Guy saying time to go, see you next time. Guy, hopefully we'll talk again, but just in case, I hope that everything goes well with the construction of your new system. And yeah, Guy, if you haven't seen the announcement, they've straight up said they are working on Control 2. I believe they have clarified that that's their next game. Now, Remedy does their game releases on a long... Well, I still have no idea of that. At the Ocean View Hotel. Alan, just butt your shotgun through the window. Who is going to come arrest you? The shadow cops? We've got a boomstick for them. Oh, hold on. Did I get that? Oh, that's completely missing if you could do that. All right. Did I get this? Do we know? Yeah, it's not marked. That's locked. That's a container. That's an echo. There's the echo. The question is, where's the dark spot? Dark spot's over there. Before I try to change anything else in the environment, let me try to get over to it, now that we know what we're meant to look up at. Perfect.
You dream of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind. Getting in a car and driving till you see the sun rise. Somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, fixing it up, building a life, finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
There seems to be a catchphrase of his because we've seen other echoes with other content, but that still ends in the same way. So, Marquack, I don't know... I'm trying to remember if news of this broke during your vacation here and possibly during the days that you were away. Were you aware that according to YouTube, the Ubisoft CEO is blaming gamers for Star Wars Outlaws not doing very well? And if that sounds like a shocking thing for somebody to have said and done, incredibly self-destructive, I would agree with that, which is why I've spent a lot of time now trying to find anything where he said that at all. Because what's interesting to me is when I look at the interview where he allegedly said this, he actually says the exact opposite of that. Like the perfect 100% total opposite of that thing. So that can't be it. So I keep trying to find any quote or comment or anything. By the way, I've worked out that the 4-digit code has to be here. Lake on the Rocks? 2050 maybe? Shotgun we got. Ocean View cocktail. Okay, let's write down our two options here. I think it's Ocean View cocktail, which is 2550. The other possibility would be Lake on the Rocks, only because of, you know, the lake, Cauldron Lake, and all that. 2050. Those are really the only two options here. The exact quote, sorry, and so I don't have it written down in front of me right here, but what Yves Guillemot said was, now I'm letting you guys know that if you have access to a website called youtube.com and you go there and you click refresh like twice, you will see 800 videos deconstructing for you how Ubisoft is blaming gamers and all of this stuff. It's really shocking stuff. Like, really, wow, I can't believe how much they're blaming gamers, a thing that is definitely happening. And then, to the extent that any of them, there we go, cite some sort of a source for this, quote, where Yves Guillemot said this. And can we pause for a second? I don't own Star Wars Outlaws. I'm rather ambivalent about it. I'm going to play it eventually, but I've paid $0 for this. I'm neither a Ubisoft fan nor a Ubisoft detractor. I'm cool with them either way. If they put out a game I want to play, I'm going to play it. If they don't put out a game that I want to play, then I won't play that. I'm not here to defend or decry Ubisoft. There's absolutely no horse race in this race. But what I do think is if we're going to like get all angry about things, could we at least agree to get angry about things that actually happened? Because the exact quote before I go through these doors is Yves Guillemot said something very close to the effect of, one of the things that we learned from Star Wars Outlaws is that it's not enough to deliver solid experiences anymore, that gamers have a much higher level of expectation than that, and that we need to up our game and we need to do better to meet those expectations. That's give or take what he says. Now, if you wanted to read that in the most savage and malicious way, if you really wanted to go out of your way to attribute to that some sort of like malevolence, what you would do is say, wow, Yves Guillemot is blaming his own game developers for falling short, that they didn't strive for excellence. That's one of the things in there, that we really need to strive for excellence next time. We need to live up to people's expectations. You would say that he's blaming the game developers. However, if you're a YouTube content creator and you want to farm fake outrage for clicks, saying Ubisoft CEO blames his own game developers for the failure of Star Wars Outlaws, that's not outrage. That's not going to get you any clicks, because the only thing that YouTube commentators hate worse than games journalists is game developers. So what they have to do is they need to point that arrow of slander someplace else. So they've concocted this completely false narrative that he blamed gamers. Now, if you're out there and you can find a quote where Yves Guillemot says, yeah, I really feel like gamers have unrealistic expectations. I think it's gamers' faults that our like mediocre title didn't do that well. I would love to see it, because so far I can't find it. I can't find reference to it. I only find commentary back to this one statement that he made that says the exact opposite, where what he says is, we chose to delay Assassin's Creed Shadows so that we can retool it and make sure that it hits the highest level of your expectations. Is Shadows going to be good? I have literally no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I've had my ups and my downs with the Assassin's Creed franchise. I couldn't possibly tell you whether or not that game is going to be good. I couldn't tell you if I intend to buy it or not. Probably, because I've played all of them, but not if it's bad. Why would I? So I'm going to step back to see what kind of reviews this game gets, but I'll tell you this, I'm rooting for it to be good. I'd like it to be good, because why wouldn't you? What the hell kind of weirdo is out there saying, oh man, I hope their next game is bad and a bunch of people lose their jobs? That's a really strange thing to be rooting for, and it's even stranger when you realize that your path to get there is to make up lies about what this guy said just so that you have an excuse to root against him. If you don't like Ubisoft games, don't buy them. Don't play them. Play the games that you want to play. That seems simple enough. And I'm going to go back to this game. But yeah, every once in a while, Mark Wack and I will touch base on like some of the just super weird shit that happens out there. And that was some weird shit, Mark Wack. And yeah, there you go. Into the hotel. The last instance of that, yeah, what the comparison that I forgot to draw is, for those of you that are fans of the channel, you may realize that almost exactly a year ago, it was probably somewhat more than a year ago, the big thing that was going around on the YouTube commentocracy was that game developers were angry at Baldur's Gate 3, and they were attacking Baldur's Gate 3. They were terrified of Baldur's Gate 3 and lashing out at Baldur's Gate 3 developers because the game was too good. It was too good, and it was going to destroy all of their other games and make all other games. And like, one thing that you couldn't find, similar to this, is a single quote from anyone talking about how Baldur's Gate 3 was a threat to their game. It was bad. It was a crisis. Wait, are we at 665? Well, so I have that key. Hold on, I want to go over here. And in a very similar manner, all of that commentary circled back to the same article. It was a video, actually, it was a video from IGN where, again, they posited that this could be happening, but provided no evidence of it happening. No quotes from game developers upset about it. Absolutely nothing.
The room was empty except for the projector. More games. Was the film a message waiting to be played?
I think I personally must have watched 30 videos about how Baldur's Gate 3, game developers are so angry about Baldur's Gate 3, and not a single video that identified a game developer who was upset about it. Oh boy. Let's go through the projector.
In this temple of shadow and mist, there's a window in the floor and a door in the ceiling. There's no knowing, am I standing still, or running, or kneeling?
You're the one who's been calling me.
Indeed. I'm Tom Zane. Welcome to the House of Zane.
The poet. The diver. You look like me. How the hell?
Or maybe you look like me, you handsome devil. The diver was a beloved character I played in one of my films. I'm a filmmaker, a celebrated auteur.
I need answers. Why is Return so important? What?
Alan, you always get worked up like this. Come on, I'll fix you a drink. You and me, Alan. We're in this together. Two artists collaborating, remember? Crafting the keys to our escape. Your magnum opus, Return, and its companion piece, my film. Sharing our life-altering visions, a melding of higher minds. Dreaming up our transcendental work of art. Here, in this room, 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 in this room.
I need the clicker. It's Return, but because we return.
And that is how the magic happened.
Enough of this bullshit. Alice is in danger. I need another murder site to go further. Back to Parliament Tower. Scratch is...
Your wife is safe, back in the real New York. But Scratch is reaching for her through an overlap. Return is the key to escaping the dark place. You need to get it before that freak does. There's a murder site here in the hotel. Let the waves of your writing carry you there.
Hello?
They're all
told you us. If anyone asks, you were never here.
Thomas Zane had ended our talk in what felt like a paranoid fit. I had what I needed from him. There was another murder site in the hotel to guide me further toward my escape. I had to write my way to it.
He was so rational before before the end of the conversation. So Thomas Zane, well, I was trying to think, like, who was going to be on the other end of the line. Was it going to be Dr. Hartman? Was it going to be Barry? He doesn't sound anything like Barry. I'm trying to think of, like, who else Alan Wake even knows. Thomas Zane never occurred to me. I think Thomas Zane also being played by Ilka Vili, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, is awesome. And also, like, I've told you guys before that I'm really bad at faces. When he turned around and it was just like the same guy, I'm not kidding. I probably spent the first 60 seconds of that conversation being like, wait, is this just the same guy that plays Alan Wake? Because I can't tell. He doesn't have a beard and his hair is different. And that is enough to completely throw off my facial recognition. So I started, like, looking at the eyes, because he's got, like, really piercing blue eyes. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure that's him. But, like, I don't recognize facial structure. So it's like, wait, what am I supposed to be pulling from this? And then he's like, I'm Thomas Zane. I was like, okay, no, this is definitely him. Because Alan Wake is a fictional creation of Thomas Zane, as far as I know. That's one of the things that I pulled from the first game. Now, Marquardt is clarifying, maybe there's some confusion between what Yves Guillemot said and what the director of Ubisoft Monetization said, quote, where he called out gamers who are hoping for Ubisoft to fail, calling them non-decent human beings. I have heard that as well. It's another thing that I'd like to see the quote on, although, like, the citations I've seen of it have been rather more coherent than the twisting that's been used to try to go after Yves Guillemot. The thing is, I'm not sure that I would go that far with it, that you're not a decent human being. I will say, like I said before, it's a fucking weird thing. Hold on in 1 second. It's a really weird thing to be rooting for. Like, again, I don't like, I use FromSoft games all the time, and I haven't played most of them, so it's really not fair. I don't know, like, let's take Stardock games super quick. Stardock games. I really like Galactic Civilizations 2. Then I tried Galactic Civilizations 3, and I didn't like it. And I tried Elemental, and I didn't like it. And I tried Fallen Enchantress, I think was the follow-up to Elemental, and I didn't like it. And then I stopped buying Stardock games. I was like 1 for 4 in Stardock games that I'd tried, and I was like, okay, maybe this developer doesn't make games that I'm personally interested in. That doesn't make the people that work there bad people. I don't root for the company to fail, but I didn't buy, like, their Star Control remake, for example, or extension, or whatever you want to call it. I just didn't buy it. It's like $3 right now on Steam, or it was this last weekend. I still didn't buy it. I'm not telling you not to buy it. Other people might have a great time with it. But if I play Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, and only Game 1 was any fun, then maybe this developer just adheres to design principles that don't work for me. And that's fine. So if you're out there and you don't like Assassin's Creed games, and you don't like that Avatar game, and you don't like, what were we literally just talking about? Oh, the Star Wars game, don't buy them. But that's no reason to, like, root for the company to fail, for thousands of people. Ubisoft is a massive company. You want thousands of people to lose their jobs because they happen to make games that you don't enjoy? It's just a very odd thing to say. Maybe there's an argument to be made there, but I feel like if you were to go after Ubisoft for doing a lot of crunch time and mistreating their employees, if they do, and the only reason that I would ever think that is because most game companies do, then my response would be, most game companies do that. So that's not a reason to go after Ubisoft specifically. Like, are you rooting for all game companies to go out of business? Because I gotta say, I can't follow you there. I happen to really like video games. We're gonna keep playing. Like, I can't be on a big soapbox about this, but I'll say this, Marquardt. the people are specifically citing Yves Guillemot and what he said. So if there's a confusion, they're deliberately conflating two separate things. And B, I don't think, if you're personally rooting for Ubisoft to fail, I'm not here to say that you are a bad human being. I'm saying I require more information before I can follow you down that path, because it's just a bit strange. You're not required to buy these games. They're not replacing your wheat with, I don't know, plastic or something. Like, just don't buy those games. You're fine. It's good.
Whispers from the police radio kept me awake at night. The word through the ether. A murder in the backdrop of a play featuring a murder cult. How meta can you get? He said, looking knowingly at the camera. I could sense the cult of the word in this, and their leader, Mr. Scratch. Rumored to be Alan Wake, the writer who'd gone missing years before.
The hotel was a perfect setting for a Casey story. I was on the right path.
I'm hopeful that I am more comfortable with the mechanics.
I would start at the entrance lobby.
Of how to manage the storyboard now. Caroluna's got a turn. Caroluna, thank you very, very much for hanging out. I will say that we're probably close to the
entrance hall set the mood, where everyone had come in. The victim, the murderer, the detective. An idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
Okay, it did indeed, but hold on. Yeah, we don't have a map to this place. If I can find a save point, I think that I would like to... Oh, that's a reflection technique. Just make it weird and grainy. Okay, something's not firing correctly there. Let's just take a quick look around, because if I could find a save room, I have a feeling that this... Uh-oh. Okay, are we gonna have a problem? Fuck! I do not have enough shotgun cartridges to do that. And my hope is that if people watch the VOD of this episode, like, later in life, they're gonna be extremely confused. Like, what? What are you talking about? Like Ubisoft was saying what?
I was missing something.
Yeah, no, Alan, we haven't started the investigation yet. Ah, here we go. This'll show us. Okay, I'm glad that we took a minute to walk around. So... there's an echo, correct. And there's something... Oh, the room 104 key. What I don't see... Okay, let's get the room 104 key.
The room at the end of the corridor was closed off. It felt significant. Something terrible would happen there.
Wait, I don't see a room 104 key. Or maybe you have to, like, manipulate the scene first before you can get there. Yeah, because according to this, I'm right on top of it. It would be right here. The last time that we did one of these, like, rewrite the story that you're currently in, it was... it took me a while to, like... And Piru, I think, in chat... really helped out with, like, what are the mechanics here, but it helped me to come to the realization that it's only in the zones where you are. Okay, are those regular bullets? It's only in the zones, like, what you're changing is only in the zones that are explicitly marked at the bottom right-hand corner. So, like, right now, we're not in one of the scenes, so if we were to change something on the board, it wouldn't change something in this room. Alright, I don't really feel like we need that light in here. I don't want to leave behind any of this. So what are these? Pills? Can I take some pills? Yeah, that'll get us that much closer towards health. But yeah, so, like, Mark, can I ask, because I feel like my take on Galactic Civilizations 2 was kind of uncommon. I feel like a lot of people found that game very rote, very mechanical. And in retrospect, I feel like it would be a very hard game to return to for those exact reasons. But at the time, I really had a great time. I played a ton of Galactic Civilizations 2. When it, like, would sometimes introduce, like, mechanical bugs that took them... Ah, here we go. There was one thing that they released a huge patch. A huge expansion, I think it was. Yes. Hold on. We're going to... Shit, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna put this away. I don't want to ride without those. I might put away the flare gun for now. It's not that I don't want to have, like, a small-scale nuke that can just, like, blast them away, but I don't... I need to be able to pick up ammo and stuff. Because I'm very low on that. Yeah. And we can always pull it back out later as long as we have access to the save room. There was a big expansion that came out for Galactic Civilizations 2, and I was really looking forward to it because it was going to add a whole bunch of, like, individuality to the different races, with just, rather than just being like various stat bonuses, they were going to have, like, different tech trees. But there was a critical flaw in one of the tech trees. I think it was the Yor, if I remember correctly. They were being recast as, like, they lived completely out in space. They didn't have a lot of, like, they weren't very good at settling planets, but, like, had the best space stations, and, like, their populations mostly lived on space stations. And I, like, thought that was a really cool concept. But the trouble was, there was this one foundational technology that did not... It wasn't in their tech tree. They'd, like, slipped up and they took out, like, one of the core technologies. So most of their tech tree, most of it, was completely inaccessible. That bug was in that game for months, at least according to my memory. And, like, I personally was one of the people going to the Stardock forums to say, look, it's like this technology isn't available. You literally cannot play the Yor Collective or whatever it was as intended. And just this going right past the developers. Like, they absolutely just could not see this information in a way that would lead them to acknowledging that there was... They did eventually fix it, but experiences like that sort of, like, it starts to damage your expectation that they are, like, looking at the game in front of them and listening to what... Because, like, this was not a hate mob. This was people like myself saying, no, look, here's a screenshot. This is grayed out. You literally cannot research this entire leg of their tech tree. And just, it didn't seem to be getting to anybody that would take a look at it. Look, that was a slip up. It was a mistake. It doesn't make them bad people. But after that, and then seeing the way that Elemental went, and Fallen Enchantress, and then what was the other game that we were talking about a moment ago? Whatever it was. Like, I tried a bunch of their other games and just felt like their design philosophy was skewing further away from the games that I wanted to play. So there we go. That was my whole take on it. Anyway, that is going to be where we're going to call it, because if I play this, if I start this next section, we're going to be playing this for another 3 hours. And much like Mark Quack, much like, you know, many others, I have to return to work tomorrow. So instead, we're going to call it here. I'm just going to move the mouse cursor out of the way, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow for the next episode. I would like to come back tomorrow and pick this right up where we left off. Major goal is, I don't know how long Alan Wake 2 is. I would like to complete the entire game here in the month of October, and there's at least one other spooky game that I'd like to get to. But as you can see, I also don't want to, like, hurry through Alan Wake. Like, I want to see all this stuff and play the DLC that is apparently part of our game and stuff. So yeah, we will see from there. And Mark Quack, thank you very, very much for the cheer. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody that you know in Canada and any other Canadians that might be here. Kaz is saying thank you for the wonderful stream. Kaz, thank you very much for hanging out. Hopefully we were able to provide, again, a little bit of a distraction from Kaz, in my head I was really hoping that musical number turned your Monday right around. You said that it was a hard day, presumably at work. I hope that musical sequence was a lot of fun. And hopefully, yeah, she's saying that yes, it did. I'm very, very happy for that. We're gonna call it here. We will go find somebody fun to raid and hopefully see you guys as soon as tomorrow. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.